So the next example, we will do a deep dive into the environments. Okay, we'll create different file bases, file routes. Okay, we'll have a different pillar, and then on the particular environment, how I am creating a particular state file and how I'm applying it for that particular environment. Let's see that example. So for that, first let me create a couple of directories. So kdir /srv salt. Okay. Inside that, let me create multiple directories. We call it as base, production, staging, comma. Okay. Make mkdir srv salt base production staging and development. So this should create 4 directory for me now. So let me see the tree structure now. /srv. I have base, production, staging, all those things. Now let me also create the pillar paths. Okay, currently pillar doesn't have any directory. So let me create the pillar paths also. Okay. Now we see the tree structure. This is going to look something like this. Okay. And then let me move all the current things into the base directory. Okay. So that it will be easy for me to manage. So that it will be clear on what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is mv srv all the things I have. t.sls2 srv pillar is. So I'm just moving all of them to the base. It will be easy for me to manage. op.sls also I'm going to move it to the base. Now let me check the tree structure of the base. So I have base. Inside the base, everything is coming into this Apache top users. Okay. The same thing I'm going to do it for the salt directory also. mv /srv salt Apache star 2 rv salt base Apache. The same thing I'm going to do it for the on all the directories which I did that. On right buttons I have example.com files Files also there, right? Let me check the tree structure again, whether that's coming to the HTTPD. I may need to move it, and then top.sls. Okay, I will just move them. And then so now I think the tree structure will be intact. So I have a base and I have the pillars inside that. I have a salt and all the current things I have. Module is going to be on the non-environment specific. So we are good. So next thing is I'm going to modify the master configuration to match or refer the salt files from this location. So let us modify that. So vi / if you see salt and then master file underscore root will be the location. This. So let me give you the number. So this is from the line number 675. File roots. Base. So the base is going to be SRV salt / base, and production is going to be production is going to be this thing. Salt production here we are going to have a staging staging going to be staging, it will be service stalled. Staging. Development. Development to be F1 SRV salt development. unwanted things. So the file roots, I'm defining this values. Okay. So please maintain the indentation. Okay. The same way, there will be a pillar for pillar roots also. I'm going to define pillar roots. Survey pillar base. And then RV must be survey pillar stash stage also SRV data way for development. Two things I'm going to update. Once it is done, let us restart my salt master. The command is systemctl start master salt hyphen. Check the status. It is active and running. Now try to apply the to run this command. First, without any environment, the base environment will be applied. So you should be able to see the Apache playbook and all these things are getting applied without any issues. So try this. I'll be back in a moment. So I'll just show you the tree command structure. So you should have a similar tree structure there on your local tree/srv. You should have a similar tree structure. I'll just put it there in the code share for your reference. Okay. First, so we have everything under the base environment. Okay, let's start with the development environment. Inside the development environment, we'll create a small state file and a pillar, and we will use the variable from the pillar. Okay, let us see that. For that, first, let me create a folder under the development. Okay, dir srv salt in the pillar location, pillar development. Okay, and there let me create a user directory. So inside that, I am going to create a pillar for the user. So let me call it as init.sls. First, let me create under the development, let me create a user directory, and that the name is, let's call it user. User. Create a encrypted password. I can use the base 64 encryption thing. Okay, I have created some salt of the password. Let's say UID. Yes. Let me use something 1200 series. Okay. 1201. Okay, fine. And add a command for the user. COMMT command. And then for this pillar, let me create a top.sls, the pillar development top.sls. That going to say OS star. So all the minions which are starting with CentOS are going to be part of my development, and for that I am going to include the user. The user mapped for the CentOS. Okay, or I can do the mapping in the top.sls of this thing also. Okay, in the state also, but here let me use it. I'll come back and show you the difference here. Even if I put a star, this should work. Even if I put a star, this will work. So I have created a pillar, and in the top, I'm mapping that. So next is inside the development. Let me create a state file. For that, let me make a directory. mkdir srv salt development. Then user. Going to create a directory here. And that I'm going to create the file called .sls. Call it as a user user.present user.present name is. So I need to get the pillar. In the pillar I have named it as dev user, right? So from there I am going to get the name of it. So dev underscore user. So here I'm not going to use any loop or anything. Okay. I'm just going to directly use the variable. If I need to use the loop, I will be using the other scenario, which we've seen in the morning. And for that, I'm going to get the name of it. User is /bash. Then home directory for the user. I can specify the home directory also. Home /home/. So the username will be the home directory name also. Give it here. Then the UID. UID this. So it's the same pillar dev.user. The value is UID. The password is pillar. I have a value called password. I'll use the same thing. Okay. So this is my state file. I'm going to create the user from the pillar variable with the dev user. Okay. This should work without any issues, but anyway, I will just share it. If there is any issues, I will just reshare it. I don't see there will be issues coming in here. And then I need to create the top file, and in the top file, I am going to map it to the particular operating system, the particular minion. So here it will be in the development .sls map development. Here also I'm going to use I'm going to map the user. Now let us apply this salt by user salt env equal to development spelling. I have put it as I made the mistake in the development. Document everywhere I have given this as SRV DB develop. So I missed everything. Development. Okay. So I think everywhere inside the file I have misspelled or just once. Everywhere. I made a spelling mistake everywhere, I think so. folder also, I may need to change it. What is the master file I have given? It's just a moment. I think there is some issue. Shit. Everywhere I have given this as development, but while creating the folders, I have created with the wrong one. In the master, I have given the correct spelling, but while creating the folders, I have. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me move the development to maybe pillar development to development in the same way the directory called development salt. In the master, I have given the correct spelling. While creating the folder, I think I created with the wrong name. development. So let me move this and let me modify the top files again. So let's go. Folder creation, I have a wrong spelling. Same thing with the, this is for the pillar. Okay. Now let me try to apply it with the development. So now you can see it is applied only for this. I can see yes, the dev user is created. So let me modify this. Okay, I think I'll modify the commands there. development. I'm just in the code share, I'm modifying that. Everywhere where I have the development, I need to change it. Development, user development, this is correct. Development. Yes. Okay. So after this, I can just apply this on the. So the code from the development is getting applied here. Here you can also say that instead of star, you can give some star. This also will work. Picture of the directory structure for the pillar and the salt on the various environments.